Welcome, YouTube. We're back. Another episode of the Podirondack Show. Yeah. I'm Mike Connor. This guy in the plum shirt is Travis Huber. It matches your black hat really well.
Have you seen Netflix's newest hit, Beef, starring Ali Wong and Steven Yeun?
Like where they eat sandwiches?
No. It's a road rage incident story.
I have a tendency to start a show and get a few episodes in, and then I'll kind of conk out, and Natalie will watch whatever. It's hard worker. I go with that. But Natalie's seen the whole first season. I have not finished it, but I did enjoy the first.
It's funny. Love the rage.
Yeah.
Got a lot of heart in it.
Yeah, in the rage?
I don't think you can have rage without heart.
That's a good point. I definitely have a case of the road ragies.
I bet you do.
It's such a problem that when Natalie and I first got together, she would say, control your controllables. And it clicked finally when I used to drive through Hollywood and basically want to kill people.
Yeah.
And she would get in the car and I would fucking lose my mind. She'd be like, what the hell's going on?
Is there a certain thing when you're driving that always just fucking gets you?
Yeah. Just the entitlement of people, which we've talked about before, I think is the demise of the civilization.
You're talking about like, we're in a turn-only lane, and this fucker is gonna be like, fuck all those people in that line. I'm gonna get in right here.
Laurel Canyon and Hollywood Boulevard. You're going over Laurel Canyon from the non-valley side to the valley side. There's a lane here. This lane goes over the canyon. This lane goes up to Mount Olympus or into the little weird neighborhood over here. It doesn't go up Laurel Canyon. You don't get to fucking cut everybody off who patiently waited for the shitty light that's only 20 seconds long. I'm multiple blocks away from it, and I start like I'll have like feelings, and like I'm like, dude, fucking nothing's even happened yet, bro. Like, chill out. This is how obsessed with this road rage I am. I'm like, listen, bro, it's not you. They're not cutting you off. Like, this dude isn't like, oh, that's Mike on that stupid fucking YouTube show, I'm gonna cut him off. He's just cutting off whoever's there. That realization kind of got me to relax a little, because I was like, okay, don't take it so personal. It has nothing to do with you.
Well, that's a stupid thought. It's not about having anything to do with you. It's the principle.
Listen, but that's my thing, the entitlement.
Sure, Mike, I'd love to talk about my pet peeve, Mike.
Well, whatever.
If lanes are merging.
Oh, the zipper.
The lanes are merging, or if you're getting on the highway, you zipper.
You zipper.
One and one.
You zipper.
I mean, especially if they close a lane, and someone's like, oh, we have to merge up there, I'm gonna get over now? Just zipper.
Wait,
one and one. We're a civilized society. Can we not get that together? But they're like, I want to get over now, and then it blocks everything.
You want them to wait till the end of the zipper?
That's the whole fucking point of it. They chose where they want us to get it. They already thought this out. Where's the best place based off these intersections for this traffic to meet? And then the lanes will naturally put you where they fucking want you.
I'm not getting mad at the people that are thinking ahead. Like, it doesn't cause any more problem than the dude who's not letting the one zipper in, because then your zipper's got a hole in it.
Oh, God.
Think about that.
I would rage on you so hard.
We've probably raged on each other. Have you had any,
like, okay, so in high school, me and my buddy were driving, we were jockeying for position. He got in front of me, right? And then I got over here, and without him looking, he slammed on his brakes. And we just fucking collided, and I lost it.
Wait, this is your friend?
Me and my friend. We're just the same guy with the Astrovan that we used to potato launcher out.
Oh, good God.
So we're just driving. At one point, he's like, oh, shit, I don't know where to go. I'm supposed to be following Travis. He doesn't realize I get behind him. So he slams on his brakes thinking I'm gonna, and I got out of the car, I picked up his bumper, and I fucking just hunked it across the street.
Hold time out, you did what?
His bumper had already fallen off the car.
I got all that part. When you grabbed it, you did what?
I chunked it. Just.
You and Casey with the chunk. It's chuck. You chucked it. You and Casey.
I said hunk it first, but I don't think hunk it was something, so you made me self-conscious about the way I speak.
Well, hunk it is definitely not it.
Just because I put two words together, at least I'm not talking for an hour.
Going back to the entitlement, I'm driving down 3rd Street, lights are all green. This dipshit and his wife, if they didn't have this cute little dog, I would have fucking boom, boom, boom. Both of them, they would have been done. That little dog saved your life. If you're watching,
dog wouldn't be watching.
Go thank your dog. He saved you. They just crossing the street.
How early in the morning? How trafficky is these?
Not that trafficky. And I'm not far enough away to be like, oh, there's a car coming. I think I can make it. Strolling along, taking my sweet ass fucking time. I didn't slow down. I'm like, cool, you're gonna play this game. Let's hope it fucking works out, buddy. And it almost didn't. And this guy's fucking fuck you. I'm like, cool, let's party. I pull over. jump out of my car, and it's on. Like, what's up, motherfucker? And then it's, oh, sir, I'm so sorry, sir. We won't go into how that story ended, but...
If you already passed him, like...
Thank your fucking dog.
See, I think that's where it takes too far.
Are you saying I took it too far?
No, I'm just saying, like, let's look at road rage, but, like, people die in car accidents all the time. And road rage usually comes from potential accidents, and it's like, we almost died. Fuck you. But, like, we didn't.
I've done, well, I've almost, where people are like, you almost hit me. I'm like, but I didn't.
But we didn't.
So we're good,
both driving.
right?
We're good.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Why are you crying?
I get angry, but I don't know if I'd actually, I did get out of the car. I guess I got it.
Natalie asked me a good question. She's like, but have you ever had a time, like you talk about all these times where you're so mad at everybody else and their entitlement, and like, have you ever been the person that was the asshole and someone road raged on you? And I was like,
not me.
Maybe.
No.
I do remember one time I was that guy. I was trying to get over. If you didn't get over, that was a wrap. Like, you had to go all the way down, no U-turns, you were so boned. So I did a little sneaky deaky, and this dude in the truck was so fucking mad at me, honking, calling me an asshole, and of course, the light's green and then it's red, and now we're window to window next to each other, and I'm like, oh fuck, I'm gonna have to deal with this. So he rolls down his window, I roll down my window. For 30 seconds, we just are yelling back and forth at each other. And finally I'm like, fuck, you're right, man. I'm sorry. And he was like, buddy, have a good day. I'm like, you too, man, take it easy. Like, we had a fight and then got back to it.
Yeah, it's human nature not to fight. Like, road rage is a microcosm of the internet and these internet trolls. Like,
well,
but until you have to go talk to each other and you're like, oh, it's really not that big a deal. My bad.
Good point. Yeah,
you would actually never say that shit to real, like,
to someone's face. Totally.
You back
down.
That's
a good point then. Like, why do people fucking road rage so hard? Like, I think
because they don't fucking zipper.
Listen, but like, what is that thing? Like you said, like, oh, you almost got in an accident. Like, if you got in an accident, you probably wouldn't be that mad. You'd just be like, oh my God, is everyone okay? Like, I'm sure you'd be mad, but like, why do people get so crazy over like car stuff? What is that?
I don't give a shit about my truck, really. I don't even give a shit. It's about principles.
You say principles, I say entitlement. It's the same thing. Speaking about
but you know
your
what's
truck,
different for me? Is I don't fucking break it. I don't not zipper. I always zipper properly.
Yeah, no, I'm
you
with you.
apparently just, whenever you feel entitled is when it works for you, buddy.
No, I zipper. I just don't mind if someone zippers early.
But you said you cut in.
I did it one time.
One time, huh?
One time that I can remember. And that was just for the content. Probably didn't even happen. So listen, you talk about your truck. There's something that I always think about is like, I always, like, of course we all think about getting rich one day, right? Who doesn't? There's a dream that I have about if I ever make money, I want to go buy like just shitty cars, and like my Sundays will be spent driving around in my shitty car that I don't care about, and when someone's acting a fucking fool and trying to be a dick, I'm just going to be like, oh, boom, and run right the fuck into them.
Don't you lose points in California if you get so many wrecks?
Not if you have a bunch of money.
Driver's license?
Not if you have a bunch of money. You just call Newsom and you're like, hey, buddy, you want to do that? And he's like, yeah, 100 grand. And you give him a thing, you invite him to a party, do some donations. That's how we do it in California.
You should probably spend your money on insurance instead of multiple cars.
Listen, I don't think I'm going to be able to do it a lot, but I could get 3 or 4 days out of it.
I drove without registration, so like if I'm not passing you, I'm in the right fucking lane. My blinker's always on. And even when I'm
always on? That's probably a good sign of like, pull this dipshit.
Because I'm always moving. Offensive driver.
When Natalie and I first met, we go to San Diego for the weekend once with our friend Crosby, who's a fucking degenerate. Crosby, I love you, but you know it's true. And Jenny Kim, also Jenny, love you, but you used to be a degenerate. Jenny's reformed. So we go to San Diego. These fucking idiots are so wasted, I can't even tell you, and I'm driving around, right? And they're like the kind of wasted where it's Crosby screaming out the window and throwing shit, like all of them, right? Like and I finally pull over and I'm like, listen, I need to tell you guys something. I don't have a fucking driver's license. I haven't had one in 4 years. Natalie, this is why I drive all the time like a grandma, because I could be going to jail at any fucking second. Yeah. She never heard this news before. And we were too deep in it. Like, she couldn't leave at this point either. So that was a little shocking.
It made me a better driver that when I do go, I'm so used to driving perfectly that like it's my rhythm to drive right. Okay. So you get road rage, I get road rage.
But I'm working on it. But it doesn't sound like you are.
Because no one zippers. Okay. I want to get a PA system and let them know, you're doing it wrong. Mazda,
that's funny.
You're doing it wrong.
That's fucking funny.
Zipper.
Can I just do a little thing about car horns real quick? Now that we're talking about the raging, can we get 2 horns? Can we get a horn like the one on my car that says, I'm going to get out of my car and if you don't do whatever I need you to do. That's what my horn sounds like, right? But sometimes I need the horn that says, hey buddy, the light's green. Just a little beep beep. Not the with fucking like my horn
Not
is,
tugboat.
bro, it's out of control.
I kind of want the pow horn.
Three horns. We need three
Pow.
horns. We need the I'm gonna fucking kill you horn. We need the hey buddy, the light's green.
The pow is when somebody lets you in. Instead of the wave, you're like,
you know
pow.
what? I've also thought that.
Yeah.
A thank you, like a sign in the back, like that you can hit and it says thank you. Like, here's another thing, guys. Can you just, it's not so hard to do one of these. Just one of these. If everyone did that a little more often, like, hey.
You know what I always think when they don't give me the wave? I'm like, do you think you just got that open spot for nothing?
Yeah, for a second.
Do you think that just happens?
Yeah, totally.
I gave you that.
Right.
I want to tell a horn story. He told a horn story. I want to tell a horn story.
You got a horn story?
So my buddy, I had a Bronco. My very first car was a 1975 Canary Yellow Bronco, sitting on 33s, 3.5-inch suspension lift.
Is this the one you flipped over?
I did flip it. I ran into the gas station to get something real quick, and my buddies did something where they connected my horn to my fucking brake pedal. So every time I got to like every stop sign, I was like, what the fuck? And then I came up to a red light and I was just, and everyone's looking at me, I'm like, I can't. I have to stay here. Yeah. I can't, it's a red light. I can't do anything. Whew, it was a rough situation.
That's amazing. You sound like you had some fun friends.
We had a ball.
That's a good time.
Speaking of having a ball, we've had a ball.
This has been fun.
Podirondack Show.
Mike Connor.
Travis Huber.
Oh, hey, one little thing before we go.
Should they like us?
They should like us.
Should they subscribe to us?
Listen, definitely subscribe whether you liked us or not. If you liked us, do this one. If you didn't, go ahead and do this one. We don't care. But definitely hit the red one. That's the one that says subscribe because we need those if you don't mind.
I've been looking into your camera the whole show. Is that wrong?
No, you're fine. Hopefully we get some cross-eyed viewers and they'll be like, I love these guys. Yeah, we'll see.
That's not right.
We'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks for joining us. Bye. Are you asleep?
I had to zone out. I was just thinking. I was in here thinking about the show. I was like, was that a good one?
Robot over here.
We good?
We good? Did we get it? Do you want facial expressions?
Cigarette. Woo! I feel like I've earned something.